Stand by. There we go. Oh, no. All right.
Dude, I totally could.
Here he is. He's back.
In the saddle. That was all Robbie's fault.
What did I do?
You're the one on the damn cell phone. That's all I'm saying.
I'm the one on the what?
No, actually, I think it probably dropped out on my end. My computer keeps saying every now and then in the corner, like, you're jagging my CPU. Get off it, sucker.
Yeah, well, the most important thing is you're back, man. Yeah. So, what were we talking about? Sharp knives. Yeah, I'll chuck a link in for that. After this, so that we can share it in the description. Yeah, cool, dude. Awesome.
Let me see what else is on the docket.
The docket. What else is on the docket?
All right. Oh, Black Mirror, man. I really want to talk about this. You freaking
let's talk about it.
All right. So we have Black Mirror season 5. I want to bring it up because I know me and Robbie are what is it? Dynamically. We're the D-opposed.
Diopose? Diametrically? What are we doing? Do we agree or do we disagree?
We disagree. Because I think you like it, right?
I like what?
You liked it, right? Spoilers
Season 5?
out there if anybody's still watching.
Season 5, I did like it. It didn't feel as Black Mirror-y to me, which actually was part of its charm. I feel kind of like Black Mirror's kind of hit its stride in its middle seasons, personally. I thought it was good. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I did not. I wouldn't say that the first episode of season 5 was one of their best, but I still thought it was very much in the vein of Black Mirror. But by the time we got to the second episode, that just felt more like a community service or a public service announcement about the perils of using your mobile phone while driving, right? And then by the time we got to the third, I was like, this is just some Scooby-Doo shit now. Like, this is like, what's going on here? And you know what, man? I don't hate on Miley Cyrus at all. I actually think Miley Cyrus is pretty impressive as far as a human being goes. I think she carries herself very well, and she's done a very good job of marketing herself and taking control of her own career. And I think that's to be admired. But I don't know. I just felt like the Black Mirror kind of jumped the shark this season. It really didn't sit with me. And Fighting Vipers was okay. I have never had an experience where I've been gaming online with my buddies, and I don't know, maybe you guys are the exception to the rule because you're sitting here with no pants on at the moment. But I've just never had a situation where it's like, hey friend, when you play Chun-Li like that, you drive me wild. Let's get it on. So I just don't know. It just didn't do anything for me. I thought the concept was interesting, but I thought the morals of those characters, especially in that first episode, were a little skewed to the point where I'm like, do people really? Maybe they do. Maybe I'm just living a very sheltered existence. I don't know. It just didn't feel like the solid Black Mirror that it once was. And I think leading into it, the Bandersnatch, the choose your own adventure thing, I thought that was a cool thing to do. And it was an interesting concept, and I think that they probably learned a lot of lessons with that, and they need to work out how they can refine that. But when I was playing with Bandersnatch, like and trying to do all the different story arcs, I got to the stage where I was like, this is absolutely exhausting, and I'm kind of over it, because like I don't want to keep rewinding back to that point in time and seeing what happens here and there and stuff. It's just, I don't know. I don't think people are ready for that sort of experience because watching TV or Netflix or whatever is such a passive thing that when you bring interactivity into it, it takes a bit of getting used to. And again, that's probably just a personal thing. Like, it's a great idea, and you got to tip your hat to people that are trying to do something original and different. So there was that, and that leading into season 5, I just felt like they kind of jumped the shark, man.
Yeah.
I don't know if I think it's fair to say that Bandersnatch was the beginning of them jumping the shark, because it was something brand new. It was I thought it was great what they achieved. I think that the story of Bandersnatch itself lended itself to a lot of brilliance, but was it as interesting and fun as it could have been? No, it was not. And don't get me wrong, I'm not going to sit here and praise season 5 because I don't think that it deserves that. I really don't. I found it to be fun. I found the episodes to be enjoyable. I found the thematic messaging to be there. It was far more out on Front Street than pretty much any other season. But here's the thing. We had season 1. Okay, we've had that. We've had being cripplingly depressed after the
episode. I'm sorry to interrupt. I just want to do a shout out. Greg, the Miscast is in the chat.
I love that guy. What's up, Greg?
What's up?
Jumping the gun, getting ahead of yourself. That phrase, if memory serves, originated from Happy Days when Fonzie literally jumped the shark.
Yeah, they put Henry Winkler on water skis, man. They made him jump a shark. It's like the greatest Happy Days episode ever.
Right. So when you jump the shark, you're like, okay, well, the fun times are behind us. Now, what the hell are we watching here?
Yeah.
Why this now?
So it's like a metaphor for when writers have kind of run out of options and they're just going from the sublime or plausible to the ridiculous. And look, I don't think you're right. I don't think Bandersnatch was the lead into them jumping the shark. It was just kind of Black Mirror, I think, upping the ante and trying to push boundaries that kind of pushed that into an experience that I didn't enjoy. I think they really didn't jump the shark until that last episode of season 5, probably with Miley in it. Like that was just I was like, what the fuck is going on here? You know?
I can agree with you there. Look, as I was saying, season 1, we've had that. We've had the crippling depression. I mean, how many other shows can come right out the gate with the Prime Minister of England fucking a pig?
That was it, man. That was fire. That was amazing.
No, Mr. President, or no Prime Minister, to completion. The look of terror on his face.
You've got like this shit, which is unfucking real. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Like this scared the shit out of me. Only because you see it in everyday life, and I can only see that in the future. That is totally what a corporation would do with that technology that Boston Dynamics is making, right? So then you got like the actual thing that's being made, and these assholes are like beating the shit out of it. It's gonna turn into that shit. So that's what Black Mirror was. It was like tripping you out with shit that could potentially happen in our lives. And I got none of that from this season. I didn't get anything like mentally stimulating at all.
Yeah.
Like just because they had an affair on some video game, it didn't even seem legit. Like none of it. Even in the show, they didn't seem like it was legit. It was just like really poorly done. And then the cell phone thing, like who cares? That literally did not fit Black Mirror at all. Like that.
I will agree with you. To me, it was a fun and interesting episode, but it didn't feel like Black Mirrors. I'll give you that.
I thought the performance of the guy who was the lead with this, I don't know the name of the dude, the actor, but I thought his performance in that episode was really good. I just like, it seemed to me like an ad for not Facebook. Don't Facebook and drive, kids. You know,
yeah, that's fair.
And look, I mean, how far do you want to go with it? Like a lot of Black Mirror does that, right? You know, so
look at the episode where social media was your currency.
You know
what I mean?
Yeah. See, I love that episode. I thought that episode was great.
It was brilliant. It was so brilliant. And to see that lady just go crazy from, being surrounded by social media and having to have everybody love her and like, oh, you've only got like 83 followers. We can't rent you a car. Sorry about that. That was great. And I think the name of the episode, San Bernardino.
Yeah. That was incredible, that episode. That was so good.
That episode actually brought me to tears. I was crying at the end of that episode. I thought it was one of the most beautiful episodes of anything on television.
Man, it was so different from all of the other stuff that was happening in that series too. It just like it completely clashed with like all the other stuff, and yet because of what the subject matter is still in the theme of it, and that's what I loved, and I feel like there hasn't been a moment like that kind of since. Like San Bernardino was a really, really high point in Black Mirror. The same with episode 1.
I would argue that it was the high point of Black Mirror. It's even higher than Bandersnatch, which was a new way to consume media.
Yeah, look, I for sure. I thought it was really, really good. And it really tugged at your heartstrings. And it was like, I can remember that because there was that whole thing about that. It was kind of a bit The Matrix and a bit something else. And the whole thing about somebody being tied back into the real world and coming here for a holiday and then just spending eternity here. It was a mind fuck. It was such a beautiful one, you know?
That's an episode, just in case people in here have not seen it. If you have a romantic bone in your body, you will love San Bernardino. That is an episode I don't enjoy spoiling for people or, talking about even on the podcast or anything, just because I don't want to ruin that experience for anybody. Because by the time you get to the last 5 minutes of the episode, I had tears streaming down my face. I'm like, oh my God, this is so beautiful. This is so romantic.
Later, Rachel. Have a good night. Thanks for stopping by.
Night. Good night. Good night, Wes.
See you, Greg.
You taking off too there? Wesley? Or are you saying good night to Rachel?
Oh,
I might have taken that the wrong way. Because I know that Wesley said that he was around for about 5 more minutes.
Right.
Okay.
Greg wants to know what time it is here, man. It is like 20 minutes to 12 or 25 minutes to 12. I got a kid's birthday party to go to at 1:30, so fucking yay for that.
All right. I can't do anything about the echo. I have no idea what's causing that. Like I thought maybe the cleaning lady put some freaking effect on or something on the mixer, but I can't seem to figure it out.
Damn, man. This is the perils of live. We can live with it. We can press on. William, a couple of weeks ago, William came into one of my live shows on a Friday night, man, and I was using a really old computer that kind of encouraged me to upgrade my setup, and it was just a comedy of errors. He was great. I was working on this crazy lag.
Awesome.
Where I wasn't working out, my hands, I was completely thrown by what my hands were doing like 30 seconds after I was doing stuff. It's just, man, it's a minefield out there in live broadcast land, but it's a brave man or woman who gets out there and does it. So I tip my hat to anyone.
I know now why you do the weekly wrap-up. Ever since last week, I can't get enough, man. It's so much fun.
It is the best fun, man. All you do, man, you just like, once you get it all sorted, set it up, have a couple of beers, all your buddies come in. Like I've got, it's usually just all my friends and stuff. And when a stranger comes in, I freak out. It's like a bunch of online gamers when a girl walks into the chat room. It's like, oh, there's a person that I don't know here. A real girl. Oh my God.
Party is over.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really cool. It's probably the most fun. And you know what, man? You get content like super quick. It's awesome. You just gotta do a little bit of work in the back end and learn about how to pull it all together, and it's great fun. So it's Enrico Palazzo. Okay.
I am using XSplit and 10,000 other things.
I saw, man. There's a lot of hardware going on in your setup there. You got
here for the people that didn't see it, the cheap seats. I'll play it again.
Yeah. That's
Target's back in the house. I love that thing. Which way am I twisting here?
Oh, Salem's Lot.
Got the Vixia. Going to the Gato capture card. That little thing is pretty sweet. I remember when capture cards were like these beastly things you had to put into your computer.
Yeah, man. I'm like, you got a lot of hardware there. I'm an old roadie. I used to roadie years ago, and I'm all about signal flow. So if I can keep the amount of things that I need to troubleshoot to a bare minimum, like that works for me, because I'm just like, I don't know how to fix anything. I'm just like, turn that shit on and off again and hope for the best, you know.
Right.
But yeah, it's that is a beast of a rig you have there, my friend.
I just started.
Gun.
What's that?
I was reading Greg's comment there. Your echo reminded me of Naked Gun.
What?
That's crazy.
That was a good reference. That was good.
So it's not the beer. It's actually happening.
Right?
I want to have Ganna on next week. I was going to get see if Sabrina wanted to come on, but I think it's like 2 o'clock in the morning for
her. Probably something like that, yeah.
So good, bro. What are we watching here? What do we got in the background here?
Yeah. Salem's Lot by the looks.
Right. I've got like beer goggles on you, William. You're like as blurry as all get out, but I can see a few things there. So I'm just trying to.
Kids party with beer goggles.
It's the only way to go, man. It's the only way to survive.
We can watch day drinking and shit in the future.
Well, it's like, what is it there now? It's like it's 9:40 somewhere, huh?
Yeah, proper time to get fucked up.
Yeah.
I'm night drinking, but I day drink regularly. I enjoy it. I thoroughly recommend it. The New Day Sun, stay away from that shit.
You tie one on during the day, you sober up at night, no hangover for the morning. It's beautiful.
There you go. So, the hell am I got going on here? What have I not played?
You want to talk about Blue World Order, man?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So Blue World Order, like this is a movie that was shot in my hometown, right? And like I know over in the States, like movies get shot there all the time. It's not a big deal, but like Blue World Order was shot in my hometown by this director Che Baker, who managed to get like Billy Zane on board for this movie, and Jack Thompson and Bruce Spence, and who else was in there as well? Stephen Hunter as well from like Lord of the Rings is in it too. So he made this movie called Blue World Order, and it's like it was shot in my hometown, like I said. Now, when I reviewed this, I said like in a world full of A's, Blue World Order is a killer B, right? Here's some of the trailer here. And it is a really it's a pretty B flick. It's like about this guy scavenging like this post-apocalyptic wasteland. His daughter is the only kid there. He goes into a refugee camp and he thinks he's found help, but there's all this stuff going on, and there's this big tower that controls everything, right? And that tower is just down the road. It's awesome. It's like Telstra Tower. Me and my son go up the elevator on it every second day because he loves it. It's really cool. Anyway, to see something shot in and around your hometown is kind of a big deal for us because it doesn't happen all the time. So that was really cool. Anyway, Che, the director, I work in a small production space during the day, and there was a new position coming in. He walked into this to work one day. Like I work with the guy now, right? So it's really cool. And he was like, "Oh yeah, I made this movie." I'm like, "Yeah, dude, I reviewed it." And then I was like, "Fuck, man, what did I say about that film?" But it was all good stuff, and the reason I just like there's DeLoreans in there. He got a bunch of DeLoreans from some car club and stuff to create these futuristic cars. I'm like, it's not really the car of the future, man, but whatever. And Billy Zane, he's not done much for a while, but like this is the reason why I really dig this stuff again is because it is creative people putting stuff out there and not taking stuff, and right. And one of the things I was talking to him about, like I was like, how tough is it to do this sort of stuff? And man, if you're in Australia, especially trying to make a feature film, you got your work cut out for you. You know what I'm saying? So I just admire anyone who can start something like this and actually fucking finish it. You know what I mean? Like this is a huge understatement. Yeah,
like, that was hardcore indie shit, and look what happened in that freaking movie, man.
Yeah, exactly. That's what Blue World has got a lot of shades of there. So I definitely wanted to give that a mention, man, because it was just something that happened sort of in my hometown by a dude that I ended up knowing, which was pretty cool. And it's really cool when you do reviews and stuff, and people reach out to you like that are behind the movies and stuff, and say, "Hey, thanks, man, that was awesome." Unless, of course, you shit can the review, and then that's a shit can the movie, and then that's a whole other problem. I've done that with another Australian movie called Occupation, which was terrible, and a lot of people that worked on that movie were pretty upset with me for doing that. But you know, you got to say what you think. Yeah, you got to say what you think.
You got to skate better. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right. It is what it is. But like there was another one that I did a review for as a documentary called "Scream for Me, Sarajevo," which is about when Bruce Dickinson from Iron Maiden did a solo show over in Sarajevo during the siege, during the war. And they were like behind enemy lines, dealing with all sorts of shit. The town was full of like being hit by snipers and shells and all that sort of stuff. And they made this documentary about it. It's a fucking incredible story. I review it and then I tag it and stuff and do the thing. Nobody watches my shit, man. And then all of a sudden the director, yeah, well, and you're not nobody. You guys are somebody. I shouldn't say that. That's really cruel. And then the director reaches out to me. He sends me a little note on Facebook and a friend request and goes, "Hey, thanks, man." And I'm like, fucking wow. You know, like those moments are awesome. You know, who cares about monetization when you're doing that sort of stuff, you know?
Totally fair.
Dude, Greg's like that movie looks like Spy Hunter arcade game set in the Outback. I give him the smoke button. And the oil slick.
Yeah, for sure.
So have you guys seen Love, Death, Robots, man? And Robots?
Some of it, yeah, man.
That
cool.
shit is fucking awesome. In my mind, it's like Animatrix meets Black Mirror.
Yep.
I'm in.
Sick. It's sick as shit. And straight hardcore. I mean, we're saying since it's animated, they just push right past the X rating until God knows what. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah, and nice short 20-minute episodes, right? So you can just take one of those stories and you pick it up, put it back down again. It's really cool.
Yeah, it's deep shit. Hey, later, Wesley. Have a good night.
See you, man.
See you, bro.
Gotta have you on here.
Yeah, here it is. Yeah, this is a great series, man.
Admittedly, it looks cool as heck.
Yeah, it's a real treat. It's good. It's good value. It's like kind of like the Animatrix when they did that too. That was pretty cool as well, I thought.
Dude, it's just like the Animatrix, but it really reminded me of heavy metal.
Yes. Yeah, for sure.
And a matter of fact,
people that different art styles, I see that.
What's that?
With the different art styles, I see that.
Yeah, and the people that were doing it actually wanted to make a sequel to heavy metal, but made this instead. So and there's a lot of big names in this. I forget who they are. I think one's David Lynch.
Dude, there is a sequel to heavy metal. I think it's called. I don't think it did really well. I can remember it from years ago. It's called like FAC 2 or something. But I think somebody did like an animated sequel to heavy metal, and it just kind of went by the by. Yeah.
Well, wasn't there a heavy metal 2000?
I think that's FAC. Yeah, maybe it was branded as that. It was like Heavy Metal 2000 or FAC 2. It depends on where you're from, you know.
That's possible. Like region exclusive names or something like that.
Yeah, like what is it? Live, Die, Repeat or whatever over here is called Edge of Tomorrow or some shit, you know, like same sort of thing. Yeah.
Live, Die, Repeat is a much better title.
Yeah.
No,
right.
It was called Edge of Tomorrow here too.
Was it?
Yeah, it destroyed the box office. No one knew what the hell that movie was about.
It was a great movie.
It was
a really good movie. Yeah.
I agree.
Like that freaking chopper blade was epic.
For sure.
Yo, Greg, when are you going to leave the land of lost left socks and get your ass on one of these screens?
Yeah.
Skype that boy in, man.
Gotta do it.
He's drowning Jameson over there.
Oh, life's tough.
I love his cooking show. That's all I'm saying.
That's JJ.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Greg's
Miscreant.
Wrong Miscreant. Anyone watch Neon Genesis Evangelion on Netflix? No, I have not.
But you know what? Like I checked out the new, they're doing the new and whatever thing feed on Netflix the other day, and I'm like, holy shit! How much Evangelion have they just put on here? Like there is so much.
A lot.
Yeah. Yeah, cool. What time we got? We got like 10 to 12. I'm gonna have to wrap it up soon, man. I got this damn kids party to go to. You know, it's important stuff.
We got 10 minutes if you can hang on, and then I'll close it down.
Can you do it, man? I don't know. You got no pants on. There's no barriers.
The great thing about doing the show at home is, I have many pants.
It's not on me.
William Davis Moore, a man of many pants.
A man of many legs.
I would read that novel.
Would you? I'm not even sure what it's about. The Brotherhood of the Traveling Pants.
It's about the journey of one pube to one next. And then the hard journey when it falls to the floor and blows in the wind. The trials and tribulations of the dust bunnies. The terrors of the swirly vacuum cyclone.
Oh, man. The night is dark and full of yeast.
One pube. One solution. Stay attached as long as possible.
I feel like we're like brainstorming a trauma movie or something here.
I'm taking notes. I
tell you what, man, you can have that shit, okay? It's all yours. Oh, boy. I can't believe it. Kids party. So, I don't know. Are your kids old enough to be watching movies at the moment, man? Are they watching the same movies that Dad's watching, or are you got like really young kids?
Me?
Yeah.
I've got a 3-year-old. So he watches some of Dad's movies, but not all of Dad's movies.
You're on the cusp. I get it. Like I got a 5-year-old, and I introduced him to Captain Marvel the other day, and he loves it, but he has to close his eyes through the alien autopsy scene, you know. And I don't know what happens after that. I don't know whether he's like shooting photon blasts at kids at school, and he calls cats flirkins. So I don't know what I'm doing to that child, making him do that. So you know, But it's such a cool thing being able to
like dance to music.
Yeah, man, that's right. He's into it. And it's so cool. It's so cool when your kids get to that age where you can actually, like, you know, I'm going to take him to see Midsommar for sure, man.
That shit was awesome,
where you get to watch it through a child's eyes. It's awesome. I think that's how I sort of enjoyed Star Wars again, you know?
You guys want a little bit of a confession here? During the 31 vlogs of Halloween, during the 31 vlogs of Halloween, I had my kid through a lot of the times when I was trying to watch these movies, okay? So, you know, I would finally get him down for a nap and I'd be able to watch most of a movie. He'd wake up and I'd have to finish it later on. I forgot everything that was in the movie Pet Sematary. So I started it up and he's sitting there with me and I'm like, this movie is fine for the first half hour, 40 minutes, and then it gets creepy. I was wrong. I remembered Pet Sematary very, very wrong. So as I'm making jokes about it and just testing the waters, like, hey, best friend, what would you think if I showed my kid, you know, Pet Sematary? I think you're a fucking asshole. Why would you do that? Okay. Hey, Mom, Max is just sitting here watching Pet Sematary. You're a terrible father. I'll call CPS. Okay.
Dang.
Miscast Miscreants. I took my kid to see Pet Sematary. Everybody unsubscribes from my channel. Like, okay, fair enough. But no, I approached it as a joke for a very long time, but I actually did sit down to watch the beginning of Pet Sematary with him just to get a little bit into it. I forgot that movie was creepy right off the bat.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I tried to cover it up with joking, but no, that was a true story. My kid watched like 20 minutes of Pet Sematary with me.
It's a good gauge as to how desensitized I think we get watching a lot of shit that we do. You know, you really don't think about that stuff until you have to watch it through somebody else's eyes. It would be like sitting down watching Basic Instinct with your parents.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I did that.
Yeah.
Once. It was fucking horrible.
Did you watch Basic Instinct with your parents?
Yeah.
Wow.
With my mother, I think.
Like, hey, Mom, what are you going to do? Arrest me for smoking? I'm just picturing you with no pants on.
No, it's the most uncomfortable freaking. It's exactly how you imagine it. It's the most uncomfortable thing in the universe. Like, there's this awkward, like bio silence.
And you can never see the movie with Mom again.
No, every time there's any kind of romance now, I get like PTSD. God damn.
That's not entirely a romantic film, I would say. I don't know. It's bad. It's bad. It's actually funny though. You know, in the days of VHS, because I was like, what was I, about 16 or 15 when Basic Instinct came out? And in the days of VHS, you'd have that coveted copy in the video store, and it was always rented out for some time. This is back in Australia. We only had like 2 TV channels at that stage, maybe 3, right? And yeah, you know how when you pause like a videotape too much, it gets that nice line across it.
Oh yes.
So you get up to the "What are you gonna do? Arrest me for smoking" scene. And you're like, and you're all sitting there ready to go for it. You're like, all right, here we go. We're going to see. And then the big pause line just comes right across the screen for the entire part. It's like everybody has been freeze framing that shit from the video store. And that's when you realize that you live in a society of complete deviants and perverts. And you probably know better because you were waiting 6 months to get that shit from the store. So,
hell yeah. Greg, he's not a romantic. You still never answered my question, you bastard. When are you going to get your ass on one of these screens?
Calling him out. Oh. I can't sit here to an argument amongst the miscast miscreants. I'd be like, Mum and Dad aren't fighting, we're just talking.
Oh man! Sometimes I leave those arguments.
Discussing things very loudly.
What's up with Brooke, man? She hasn't been on in a while. Was it thrown and then done?
Yeah, she's busy doing other things right now, so she kind of stepped away.
I like that. I never got to do the tag thing with you because every time I did a show, I constantly forgot to do it. There's just so much goes into the shows, and I forget. Like we're doing right now, your mind goes crazy.
Yep.
I like those Tag Tuesdays, man. They were great.
And I'm not even saying that they're going away forever. As a matter of fact, everybody took the series finale tag to be the series finale of Tag It Tuesdays, and I'm like, actually, we're just going on hiatus for a little while because I'm doing a different weekly show. This was just a tag about series finales, but everybody took it wrong.
Oh, no shit. I took it wrong.
So yeah, it's not dead. Even if I'm just doing it myself, the show's not dead. But everybody thought it was because I guess I misproperly labeled it. I just meant it was a tag about series finales.
Well, I liked them. They were cool.
Damn, everyone was like, they're in the computer. It's just taking shit the wrong way, man.
God damn it. What do you mean you can't hear us? Sorry, can't hear you. Dad's in town, so trying to entertain him while listening. That sentence makes no sense. I can't hear you, but I'm listening to you.
He's deflecting. He's deflecting.
Go home, Drake. You're grunk.
All right, guys. Well, Brett, 9:59. I usually run about 2 hours. We can go
nice,
a long time, but for you guys want to jet.
Yeah, I got party hats and sausage rolls to eat and all sorts of shit like that. But man, hey William, thank you very much for doing this. It's no mean feat driving these live broadcasts. Trust me, man. I know. So hats off to you for doing it. And really, man, thank you very much for the ongoing support that Miscast gives the Watchmen and the opportunity to collaborate. I really love working with you guys and Robbie. It's been awesome to meet you and find out more about your channel. I've been checking it out during the week as well, and I'll be checking out more of it. I need to get much further into Nosferatu before I watch more of your stuff as well. But I'm really keen to sort of hear what you think about that stuff, and I'll probably binge some of that this weekend, man. So, guys. Awesome work. Thank you very much for having me. Hey.
It was a pleasure. Thank you, man.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, no, I was just saying it's a pleasure to meet you. I can't wait to check out your channel as well.
Yeah. I've got to go back to the future now. Get it? See what I did there? Back to the
future. So I privately was shaving my ass while you guys were talking the whole time because I have no pants on.
That stands to reason.
That's definitely it. Hey, thanks guys for
no
coming
pants,
on.
no problem.
No pants, no problem.
Oh, God.
Good thing I'm wearing 3 layers. Anyways, thanks for coming on, man. Watchman, you're a freaking trooper. Thanks for coming back in time. Just come on the show. I know it's hard to like swirl the other way, but glad you did it.
Oh man, it ain't no thing for me. I've been swirling for a while now, so it's all good. I got to clean up some of this swirl off the floor from before, but we'll get to that.
I heard the
sorry about the pants talk.
I heard the yip of 1,000 dead dingoes, and I knew someone was glitching in from the future. Robbie, as always, Nerdynomicon. Do it, not as always. I mean, as always in the chat or in the comments, but this is the first time we've ever had an as always voice in video. So,
Yeah, exactly.
Super epic.
Yeah.
Glad to have you
And I'm a
on.
huge fan of your channel already, man, as I've told you before.
I'm trying to get this thing going, so yeah, I know I suck right now, but it'll get better and better as soon as I learn how to use this shit more and more.
Hey,
definitely want to have
you're
you
a
guys
juggernaut for what you're already doing with this live show.
I'm trying. Like you know, I just want to get the camera so I can move it around, and show like everybody what's below my 2T shot.
I don't know if I'm ready for that, man, but I'm keen to check out what your backyard looks like.
All right, guys. Hey, everyone in the chat. That's you, Greg. Because there's a lot in the chat.
Everyone's like, fuck this, we're out of here, man.
Greg Farrell. Thanks, man. Hey, buddy. Give me a call sometime or text me or something, man. I know that it's lonely in the land of lost left socks. Hug a brother up. All right, guys. And as always, to all those non-listeners out there, hit up the merch section. It's awesome. And all these guys' links are in the description. And the Watchman there is going to put in a link for this cool-ass comic book that we saw.
Yeah, man. I'll send it to you shortly.
Yeah, man. That thing looks awesome. All right, guys.
Yeah. I definitely won't.
Awkward pause. All right, man. Peace.
Rock on, guys. See ya.
Bye, guys.